Hi guys, welcome to Millwall in the Premier League. It's a crazy time to be alive, but we are alive and we are live and we are Premier Leaguing the Premier League. That's what's about to occur up in here, and I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to stay up. If we have a little look at the what's he doodle, the prediction, it has us 1,000 to 1. We were 2,000 to 1 just now, so that's good. New signings. Let's do new signings the in the squad view way, so we can go through them as we go through them. Big focus in this window has been on goalkeepers. I just realised I probably need to find another right back, but it's okay. We'll work on that when we have some money. So we started off with just confirming Abdullah Al Mutayiri from last year because he was reliable for us. We then signed Jose Straight. He is on loan from Spurs, Brazilian under-21 international, or former under-21 international. Evening Red Star, how are we? Yeah, he's coming on loan just to be a backup, really, but he'll do the job. But then I found this fella, Ala Jamil, Iraqi international, 21 caps, at 19 years old, 6'5", 19 jumping reach, 18 aerial reach. All of this is pretty respectable. He's got potential to burn £250,000. Pretty good as goalkeeper goes. He's currently on international duty for another week, but we'll see him very soon. Otherwise, coming in, I did a little bit where I was looking for players with experience at the Premier League. Christian Carey came up. He's a 34-year-old Englishman who starts his career at Reading on the game. Has been working his way up through League One, but what caught my eye was that he'd had that season in the Premier League with QPR where he'd done okay, but he's always performed reasonably well in the Championship. I just thought for like a third or fourth choice centre-half, you can't go far wrong with him on a free. We brought in this fella, another older player, 33-year-old Cedric Vogel, a Portuguese international left-back who came in for 3.9 million from Anderlecht. I just think he's going to be pretty good for us. Just as an experienced head to have at the back, has a bit of leadership to him, good determination, concentrates really well, which I think is going to be really important. If we look at his characteristics, his only sort of major negative aside from declining is he can't jump very well, but he loves a big match, can play in a few positions. He's resolute and he's consistent, and that's going to be key if we're going to try and stay in the Premier League. Scott Banks is signed permanently as well, so we actually have two left backs competing for that first slot, but also one's old and one's young, so we'll see how it works. Hey Simon, how's it going? Welcome in. We've just signed Kodjo Sambo. He is a Togolese central midfielder, defensive midfielder / central defender. He came in on a free from West Ham. He previously played for Lincoln last season and in the Championship did pretty well. But he's had a few years of Premier League football. He's done okay. It just seemed like a good free transfer, just again to add a bit of depth and experience to the squad as we go up. We brought in Morgan Hamill on loan from Liverpool. Can play lots of positions. Looks very good for 22 and has a little bit of Premier League experience where he's done alright, to be fair to him, considering he's never really had a consistent run of games starting for them, so hopefully he can add a little bit to our team. We've brought in this guy, Christian Schulleiman, another Englishman, can play centre-half and striker and winger. Probably not playing him at centre-half very often, I'll be honest, because he cannot tackle, he cannot jump, and he's 5'7". But it's nice that he's got it in his locker. He was last at Leeds in the Premier League and did okay, and he's had a few loans where he's been reasonably successful. So I just took a little bit of a punt on him. Bulk of the squad is there's a few who aren't registered. So Gary Hackney's not registered, probably should be because he's actually our only other right back option. Let's fix that before I finish going through the squad. Who do I want to drop for him? Or might be time for A.O. Taylor to leave. That's a sad time, but one we'll make do with. But we've got to make sure we've got Gary Hackney registered if I can find him. So that will help us at least have right back cover. Obviously, we can shuffle things if we sell some players in the window. We brought in Salim Naeem. He's going to be a striker option for us, but can also play all the way through the midfield. He's signed on a free, having been released by West Brom. But he's played Premier League football, and he's done pretty well in the Premier League on and off. So I'm hoping his experience will be vital for us. Certainly a player we need to get, or the type of player we need to get in. Kirk Sims has come in. He's going to be loaned out this season, is my plan, because I can't register him. Another striker, previously of Forest, again, has Premier League experience where he's done quite well. And like I said, the window isn't over yet, so we might chop and change. We might sell one or two players. Blair Sturrock's among the players I'm trying to let go. As much as he can probably do a job for us in the Premier League. He's 29. He was a bit hot and cold last season. It just makes sense to not keep him around. We've got Renato Henrique, a 33-year-old Brazilian international. He joined us on a £500,000 deal from Spurs, but he's played quite a bit of Premier League football, and he's done not too shabbily. So hopefully he's got another season in the tank just to help keep us up. We do have a lack of height in the squad now, but that's, I guess, a problem for a future time. We have brought in Zacharias Ali, a Swedish, non-international, he's Swedish. He's joined us from Bristol City, but he played for them in the Premier League again, played really well for them in the Premier League. So I can't have too much complaint about him as a signing on a free as well. We have also added Silvio Luis, another 33-year-old Brazilian. He joins us on a free from Brentford. They signed him for 20 million quid. He had a decent season. I wouldn't say he was a line-leading striker for them, but beggars, choosers, etc. And then finally, we have signed Hamada El Amour permanently. He cost us a princely 9 million, but he scored so many goals last season. It'd be a bit stupid to not keep him, wouldn't it? So that's what we're working with for now. There could be a couple of deals done here and there. Hey STP, welcome in. How are we? If you're not following STP, go and fix that, because very, very good streamer, and has adopted the mighty town. So that's how you know that there is quality to be found there. We have got a little bit of cash to spend. I'm sort of on the lookout for just random 19-year-old or under 19 players, just to try and see if I can pick up anything in the bargain bin, really. Few players out there, but nothing really in our price range, unless Miles Saunders is available for the bottom end of that. Doing good, just relaxing. We have to go to work. 5-2. Rather you than me, my friend. What's that actually say? He might be interested in a loan. I mean, maybe. If he'll take a loan where he's just a backup, maybe. Oh, we can't have any more Premier League loans, I'm guessing. Yeah, because I've got 2 from the Premier League already. That makes sense, doesn't it? That's the rules. But it doesn't mean we can't have a few of these on loan if necessary. Alejandro Gonzalez might be an option, but I'm alright on the right wing, I think. We could extra body in there, I guess. What's that? Squad player, maybe? Yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll see if he will join us. Oh, there's actually a right back there too. I need a right back. Where are we on the table? This is just before the start of the new season, so at the moment we're nowhere, but give it time and we'll be bottom. It's sort of what I'm expecting. We've literally just got promoted. So I'm just trying to make the best of it with hopefully keeping us up is the plan. It'd be nice if someone had loaned us a player for free, if I'm honest, but I don't see it happening. And I just want some more options at the back. Premier League football indeed. We've literally just made the climb. There's nothing there. Or nothing we wouldn't have to pay money for. Which is a problem. Oh, the Shamrock Rovers. I mean, if he'll come in as like a rotation, drop that down. No. Do you know what? Sure. Anyway, let's clear the message box. Oh, wants me to choose a captain for the season. Where was that? Where did that go? Choose captain for the season. Maybe get 7th in European football as well. Let's see. I'll be honest. I've got very, very little faith we're going to keep this team up. I'll be honest. I'm not super convinced we're going to keep them up. My aim is just to impress people enough that someone chucks a fat bag of cash at us to go and manage somewhere with a chance of staying up. Who else? What else do I want to do here? Got 2 left wingers on the bench. That's probably not ideal. So we'll use that as an excuse to put Wilson on the bench for Louis Ray. I know he's got us here, but he also went well off the boil towards the back end of last season. I think that's probably okay. That's probably us covered in most positions, which I guess will do for now. Yeah. Oh, a 3-stream streak. There we go. The magic's beginning. Abdullah Al-Mutayeri will be our captain today. That's good. I have no idea how good Suleiman's going to be for us up top, but we'll give him a go. I don't see a reason not to. We certainly have the foundations of a team here that if it stays up, we can build on. But it really was just kind of a consolidation. Let's get some experience in the team. Let's find the best players. To be honest, I couldn't find anyone of any real worth that we could get in because we just didn't have the money lying around, to be honest. So we are hoping a little bit that we just get lucky a few times. It could come down to we could just get lucky a few times. Luckily, Everton have just got promoted with us. I think they would have won the playoffs, so we might be better than them, which is good. No, we haven't been all the entire time. We have been everywhere. That should give you a rough overview. We joined Millwall from St Mirren. So we've been on a bit of a journey. I do need to update that command, but I want you to see what happens with stream elements, which will be a thing for me to solve this week. But there we go. Premier League football for Millwall. I mean, we're not at the Den, which would have made it cooler, but we're here at the Dicky Hill doing Dicky Hill things, I suppose. And ready to go, looking good. Also, actually, before I forget, whilst we've got players walking out onto pitch, where did I put it? Right, if you've not seen that already, I did a video about the new World Cup mode. If anyone wants to go check that out, that hasn't already. Oh, Scotty Banks has already scored for us. That's a good start. That's a good start. Go on, let it go. Yeah! Scotty Banks getting our first Premier League goal. Praise the boys. And let's get many more. Let's get many more. Scotty Banks still on the ball. No worries, have a good one, mate. See you later. Have a good, productive day at work. And we'll see you very soon, mate. See you very soon. Oh, Renato Enrique has scored. Sweet Baby Jesus. It's all kicking off. Oh, Arsenal have beaten Burnley 1-0. Wowzers, that's certainly a score. That certainly is a thing that happens. We're 2-0 up on our Premier League debut. I don't think that's too shabby. Especially when you consider that aside from our front three, everyone else was here last season. Oh, except Hamill, I suppose. But most of our front three were here already. So that's good. And praise be to the boys. I'm not going to change anything with the tactic. That would be crazy. We're absolutely all over. We're top of the Premier League. Stop the count, guys. Top of the Premier League on day one. All we've got to do is stay there. And I'm sure that'll be really easy. So that's fine. Clearly, this team I've assembled of players in their 30s that got released or transfer listed elsewhere to supplement the team of players that brought us up is going to win the title, because that's just how that works. It's just basic footballing football. Alright, maybe not. Maybe not quite. We'll see. Right, Nemakon. Go on. Let's tackle him. Let's tackle him. Anyone tackling him? No? Oh, it's alright. Al-Mutairi will save us again. I'm a bit sad that he's probably not going to be our number one all season, but on the other hand, we've upgraded with a 19-year-old. So, really, are we not still winning? You know, and if the 19-year-old can't hack it, I've still got Al-Mutairi. So, we're still good. If we don't concede here, which I sort of felt coming, if I'm honest. But it's okay. It's fine. We'll keep digging deep, and it will happen for us. That's the plan. Hamill's having a torrid debut. Hey, Liam, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Welcome into our Premier League debut. With our shiny player. Oh, I think we're going to send Irasaki. I know he's apprehensive, but I think we're going to send him in. We'll try Arlie on the left-hand side. Powell out for Carey, maybe? In fact, we're going to stick in Ella Moore up top too. That's a good plan. Send in the striker we know we can rely on. Just in case we need goals. I tried to sell Irasaki over the summer and I just didn't get any bites for him. So unfortunately, he's here for the foreseeable because there were no nibbles. Go on, disallow it. I didn't see it. There we go. Good. Get a lot of money getting from it? Not really. We got like, was it 24 million or something stupid? Like, it was nowhere near enough. It was nowhere near enough to do anything spectacular. And this result looks great, but, or if it stays like this, looks great. But it is a bit of a false dawn because we did play Everton last year in the Championship and they got promoted through the playoffs. So, and they probably had more money to spend than us, if I'm honest. So it's not fully there. But we'll get there. We'll make it work as best we can. I'm going to take off... I think I'm going to take off Banksy and we'll try Cedric Vogel. Just because he's slightly better on the old concentration, which might be good towards the end of a game to help us see it out. Ball to Irasaki, to Farmer, to Renato Henry. Oh, the woodwork. Got a corner. We have got a corner we're not going to see, but we've got it, so that's nice. 15-ish minutes to go. And it's looking like a successful first jaunt to the Premier League, maybe? And I would say if we can't absolutely stuff Everton, we might be in real trouble, but maybe we're just having our players get to know each other before the season starts, just relaxing into it, easing our way into the Premier League. If we get the 3 points, we get the 3 points, and we take it from there. That's the plan, and we've got ourselves something out of this. So there we go, 3 points on our debut, and soon the media will have to start believing that we cannot be bottom. Maybe. Actually, I haven't even seen where Everton have been predicted to finish. 17th. Cool. Okay, well, we're marginally better than the team that's predicted to finish 17th. So make that make sense, I suppose. Good. Good. Let's see if we get any of those players we've just put loan bids in for. It would certainly be nice if we could pull it off. But let's not count chickens, and that would be what I would assert. Don't count the chickens. There are no chickens. Only eggs. It's weird that we play one game and then we have like a 2-week break. Just seems like a weird place to have what I assume is an international break. I'm not sure I get it, but either way, we'll do what we do. Keep plugging away, avoiding press conferences, because, ugh, press conferences. Why? So much press conferencing. Wolves up next. That should be an interesting challenge. Manchester City lost on the opening day of the season. You love to see it. Nottingham Forest put 5 past someone on the opening day, by the way. It does look good. It does. I'm actually really impressed with it. I'm really impressed with what they've announced. It's the first time I can say in this game cycle I've been super impressed. Forest beat Newcastle 5-0 on the opening day. Are Newcastle that bad? Or are Forest just that good? I mean, that's telling. That's a little bit telling. Manchester City, 3rd in the XG table after the first game, and 19th in the league. That's a proper FMing. That's a proper FMing, if ever I saw one. That's fun. Let's hope that continues. And let's hope some of these youngsters coming on loan just to pad the squad a little bit. Because then we can start having a proper serious look at who I register. Which would help a lot. We've sold 18,000 season tickets. 18,000 serial season tickets. That's not bad. Oh, that's another new signing, by the way. I signed this guy, Michele Lupari. He is just a squad player, but I signed him for free from Manchester United. So, we'll see if he develops. He's gone on loan for a month to Viking in Iceland. We'll see. I mean, he's got an 8.1 rating already, so he might be quite good. I suspect I'll probably find a way to register him, because I think he could be really good for us. But having him spend that month playing in Iceland before he could maybe come back into our midfield, I don't think hurts either of us. Because he'll get some good football, and we'll get a player back who's match fit. So that's a win all around. Would like to get A.O. Taylor back into the squad if I can, but I also sent Isla out on loan as well. That was a thing I did. I sent Isla out on loan because Isla, just to see what he could do. He's already scored for Blackburn. That's good. Bunch of our players are out on loan, just doing loan things, I guess, just seeing what they turn into, / helping us to beat some work permit rules and or whatnot. You know, basic stuff. Nothing too dramatic. You've broken your toe. I honestly can't remember who you are, but enjoy recovery, bud. Barnet affiliate. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, I see. It's not a week off. We're playing Wolves on the Monday. That makes sense, doesn't it? Johnny Machine, 4.5 for Mansfield does not fill me with joy, bud. especially because you were moaning that you thought you should get first team football this season. You've gone out on loan to Mansfield and you've not done anything. Doesn't exactly make me want to play you in the Premier League, you know. Doesn't feel like a player I want to put into the Premier League, to be perfectly honest. But there we go. I'm sure that will be fine. Sure, it will all be fine. Hopefully, something will happen. Hopefully. Oh, that's another new signing. Maurizio Fernandez also gone on loan to Iceland for a month. I don't know why Iceland have suddenly got or come in to bid for our players, but you know, well, we'll make it work. It's helping us to keep players fit. Oh, we've got Sean McLaughlin. He's not awful for a backup. He will do okay. I mean, yeah, he's not great, but if he's got any development in him at all, we'll look at signing him. But he might not. It might be fine. Yeah, this was Mauricio Fernandez, the Mexican. Our little Mexican destroyer. Think he'll be alright, but again, he's not the tallest. There is really no height in this squad. There's a terrifying lack of height in this squad. We've got another right back too, Ben Grabinski, who is much more likely to play, I'll be honest. Much more likely to play, and again, gives us that backup. In fact, that means that now I can shufty around the registration a bit. And Hackney can come off the registration list. And where's A.O. Taylor? Where did A.O. Taylor go? There. Get registered again. Problem solved. Take full advantage of that still being open. Oh, Kieran Mwamba's out. Could be a problem. Nah, that's not a big problem. We are a little bit light at centre half. That is a problem we've got. We are a little bit light at centre half, which you could argue isn't the ideal going into the Premier League. And you'd be right. It's not the ideal. I've got 4.5, maybe 6 centre halves. Maybe. But certainly if I could find a spare, I wouldn't hate it. If I could find a spare, I would not hate it. I think we looked at this fella, didn't we? The fella from Pexfola. I don't know if it'll let it go through, but we'll have a go. We'll have a go at getting that through. Why not? Just to have one more option. Shannon Rellum's wanted by Ajax. Right, we'll have a look at him as well. It might be that we sell a player between now and that being finalised anyway. Niall Taylor. It's not great, but needs must. Let's not select that. Alright, we'll have at least one extra centre back. Oh, that was quick. My word. He could not jump fast enough. He could not jump in the boat fast enough. That's good. Having that extra option I feel pretty good about. Just as a cover. Oh, I can play right back as well. Lovely. Lovely. Step up chase for Kalel. It's the first I've heard of him. 26k to 6.6. It seems unlikely that's going to be the case, doesn't it? I'll do the Mentori groups. Happy days. Oh, it's delayed. It's alright, we'll find some money. Don't you panic. Don't you panic. We'll find some money from somewhere. I don't know where, but ideally it'd be Blair Sturrock. Not gonna lie. I think I'll send Jack Carbone out on loan. He's not registered, which is sad, but we'll send him on loan. I'm trying to sell this guy, Fatau Amsma, who has never picked up a work permit, which bothers me. And he's only wanted by players in, or by clubs in England who don't seem to have a work permit for him either. Connor Cassop going would be a huge boost, but he is £11 million. We'll be fine. Hopefully. Would like a few more creative players in there. I think we'll start with Hamada up top for the next game though. Feels like a stronger option. But yeah, like I said, it's not the biggest team in the world. We've got one big centre back to aim stuff at, and then everyone else is 6 foot or under. It's an unconventional selection of players. I think we'd all agree. We will stick Niall Taylor on the bench there, and then do I want Grabinski on the pitch somewhere? I think I do. Don't think I do just yet. Let's see what happens. See what happens. I don't dislike the squad we have. I just don't know if it's strong enough. But that might be a case of it takes them a while to bed in, to get to know each other, to like really start firing on all cylinders. Wasn't helped by the fact I got a bunch of players in on pre-contract like this fella, Otto Ortega. He was signed on a pre-contract when I thought we probably weren't going to get out of the Championship, and then he came in and it was clear he was not good enough for the Premier League. So I had to loan him back out, and he's 25 already. He'd have been fine in the Championship, I think, but he was just not... He's not doing the business for me in the Premier League. Vladimir Andreev. I'm sure he's fine. Wanted by Vasco da Gama. Alright. Sure, I guess. Hang on now, when did I agree to this insanity? When I say that, he's like our third best left back, and at centre half he'd be number 6. It's got a recall clause in there, isn't it? I assume I put a recall clause in that. We'll give it a go. If I haven't, we'll just chalk it up as a mistake, but hoping a season on loan will do him good. Reading are bottom of the Championship, which is not great, but hopefully he can help them to fire up the league like he did with us. That would help. Well, Brighton after Wolves. We beat Brighton 4-0 in a pre-season friendly. That was a thing that happened. We beat Brighton 4-0 in pre-season. They're the only big team we played, but we beat them 4-0 at Brighton. So that's pretty good, assuming this is a first 11 of some description. I don't know whose testimonial it was. Couldn't tell you. It wasn't one of our players, so there's that. I suspect they invited us because they were expecting to have an easy win against a team that's in the Premier League. And we kind of pissed on their bonfire a little bit, so... You know, it is what it is. You know, if you don't want to piss on your bonfire, don't invite Millwall to it. That's probably the best thing you can do. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Let's keep our winning run going, shall we? Let's keep our winning run going and expand our sphere of dominance. Cool, no one could find an offer for Blair Sturrock. He'll end up scoring a goal that keeps us up or something. It's just the way it will go. Cool, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Good. Can we now please get to the Wolves game? Wilson developing concerns. Anthony, how about you accept that you are a squad player? How much can I really be if you aren't actually using? But we're one game into the season. Could you calm the fuck down for a second? Calm your titties. You're 21. You've just got to the Premier League. You were on the bench for the first game and they considered bringing you on. Like, let's cool our jets. He'll play. He will play with Southampton in the first League Cup tie too. That's nice. Not a baptism of fire at all for us. Good. That's what we all wanted to hear. Obviously. What we all wanted to hear was that. He's had a day off. He had a day off. Okay, that's good. Darko Kovacic waiting for his work permit. We just need to get some money in and through the door, please. Jesus Christ, lads, calm down. Jesus. Imagine getting angry because one of your teammates missed out on one game. Like, he will play. The guy that started on the right wing is 33. He'll play some football this season. Just because it wasn't immediately. Like, calm it down, friends. Calm it down. Not only did the guy that started ahead of him score, he is factually 33. There's no way he manages to get through every game. It's just not possible. I think that's a thing I would want to bear in mind. Let's go with that again. Well, actually, no, let's not. Let's try our new goalkeeper out. Let's try our shiny new goalkeeper out. That's a good idea. Now that he's available, it just makes sense to give him the old collage try. Right, let's go. Let's do it. Hindo Redeem, guess the player. We can set up a guessage of the playerage. Let's reverse it. Oh. You want to make me guess the player? Okay. Alright. Are they Scottish? Are they still playing? Go on, Broadley. Still playing. All right. Are they a current Scottish international? Okay, that's a worrying sign. Are they currently playing in Scotland? Old Firm? No. Ooh. SPL? Has never played for the Old Firm. Jesus. Currently no, previously yes. Ooh. We're very outside the sphere of my my Scottish football knowledge. Are they an Accies player? I ask only because I just googled Hamilton Academicon. It had a lovely fireworks thing on Google. Oof. Were they previously with one of the Edinburgh clubs? Never played in the central belt of Scotland. Okay. Let's test my Scottish geography. Does that mean they're either ex-Aberdeen or St Johnstone? Jesus. I'm going to be honest, I'm never going to get this. We're well outside of players I would know. Have they played in England before? Premier League club was Inverness. Why do I feel like I actually do know who this is? Oh, we've conceded. Boo. Boo. Trying to jog my memory of players who've played for Inverness. Thank you for following Treesime. Did play for Brecon. Oh, I should make some subs. Let's pay attention very quickly to this. Actually pretty famous for one thing. Is it Darius Dinesh? He was the Scottish fella that was on like the X Factor 50 years ago. I think he's dead now, actually. Which is perhaps not the way that story should have ended. Scored in every division in Scotland, including the Highland and East of Scotland Premier. Ah, you bastards. I thought it was ours, it's fine. Never a full-time football player in Frankie McMonk, the Lord and Saviour Frankie McMonk. I'll be honest, even fucking Google can't help. I have no idea. I have no idea. Go on, chat, have a go. Rory McAllister? What, the professional wrestler? Is it actually the same fella? Because that'd be mad. Especially if he's about 45 now. Wow. It's not the same fella. Yeah, I would never have got that. Combined his playing career with a job as a plumber. Jesus. It's true, I'm not the same Arias guy. Or am I? Maybe this is just a fat suit. It's not. It's definitely not. It's true. Rory McAllister's a big boy. Right, that didn't go well. The debut of Jamil. But I'm sure his second game will go back. We've got no chance of staying up. Spares time chasing chickens in the Highlands. Yeah, there's almost no chance we stay up. I'm basically at this stage in that, like, let's just do enough that maybe someone takes pity on us and offers us a job. I did look during the break, the summer break, at the Feyenoord job. Famously got Brexit 2 footage from you last year at the charity event. Ouch. Fucking hell, Wolves have got no manager. Ruined his day. Wolves have got no manager. They're a solid mid-table side. For him to run and watch the ball just stare at the back of his head. Jesus. Oh, they're not taking applications. So basically you've just hunted this guy. See, that's the job we want. That's the job we want. Manchester United. Fair. So basically you feel the same way about this fella as I do about Joey Barton. Because I'd fucking love to play against Joey Barton. It'd be the longest day of his life. I would dedicate the entire 90 minutes to making him cry like a bitch. No worries. Right. Now, we know we can beat Brighton because we've done it fairly recently. So now we just have to go out there, like the heroes our team can sometimes maybe be, and beat Brighton. Yep. So what we're about to do is beat Brighton. We're not. Feel like it's not going to happen. I feel like it's going to be a case of we scrape by staying up or we get killed. But also, if Manchester United lose another game, that job might become available. And if we can sneak ourselves into Old Trafford, just sneak ourselves into Old Trafford casually, then who knows? Who knows? We might be at the club where we can win a Champions League. That's right, those loans got cancelled. It's fine. We'll get over it. We'll get over it. We've got our guy. Zenon Sass is a great name. Zenon Sass. Sounds stable, but not. Lincoln City and offer for Hackney. Alright. Alright, champions. Let's do this. Make with the money. Make with the money. Do it. Do it. Give me some money. It wasn't as much as I wanted. What did I pay for him? Was it nothing? It was nothing. I paid nothing for him. Good. In which case, bye. Enjoy your life at Lincoln. Hackney seeks payoff. Payoff? They're going to pay you, mate. Fine. Bye. Old Maxim Shetnik. Oh. Who was that fella at City that scored all the goals for Everton last year? Because he was really good. That fella, David Doherty. Alright. Well, we tried. David Doherty was my guy of choice. I'd have had to have sold our entire squad to have been able to even try and afford him in the summer anyway. Chelsea favourite John Terry has singled out Kevin Diaz as the Fulham player to watch in the next upcoming game. Right, who are Man United playing? They're playing on Saturday. Oh, they're playing Monday. No? They're playing Leicester. Ooh. Could I please have some eyes on that match, please? I want to see them lose to Leicester. That sounds terrible. I want to see them lose to Leicester so I can replace their manager if he gets sacked. But you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah. We'll play Scotty Banks with Vogel for this one too. We'll try Suleiman up top again. Try Ali on the left. I'm going to put Irasaki in for Hamill from the start. You have the new Save Up and Running kit. Tell us all about it. And most importantly, tell us about streaming it, kit. I feel like I'm bullying you at this point. I don't mean to. I just really like your streams. And I miss them. I miss them. No club, no badges. Made your way to Skien and saved them from relegation. Nice. Nice work. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Hudson Stonebridge. That sounds like an oldie-timey movie star. Hudson Stonebridge. To avoid the chasing your speed up? Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Tactico, welcome in. How are you, my friend? Were you informed by someone called Jack and or Charlie and or someone? If you're not already following Tactic, by the way, go be following Tactic. Yeah, he does that to fucking everyone, mate. He seems to think it's really clever. It's because he's been banned from here like 7 or 8 times on different accounts. He's just a trolling prick. He tried it with Hindo and got told in no uncertain terms to go fuck himself. So, yeah, I'd just bin him off, mate, to be honest. I'd hoof him like into the surface of the sun. Would be my suggestion. That would be my suggestion, mate. Just hoof him into the surface of the sun and forget he exists. And then I'll try and find the list of his other accounts and I'll send them over to you. I don't know why he thinks it's big or clever. But there we go. Yeah, just tell him to get fucked, mate. He'll probably cry about being bullied as well. Because if you don't let him act like a prat, he just, oh, you're bullying me. No, you're being a prat. Basically. Now the extreme of 7 8. Well, Kit, you are sorely missed. So when you have the energy, first of all, let me know so I can be there for like moral support and shit. But also, you know, you are loved and respected, and we'd like you back, please. As soon as you have the energy and the spoons and all that shit. So, you know. And everyone will be there to support you, because that's what we do, innit? Go on, have a pop. Oh, Jesus Christ, you've begged me for football and you've just done that, you twat. Don't come to, oh, you're not playing me enough, and then when I put you in the team, pass it to the other side. That's not going to keep you in the side. Oh, now he's given away a sodding penalty. Jesus Christ, Wilson. After all that begging and bitching and trying to disrupt my dressing room, your response was to give the ball away and then give away a penalty immediately afterwards. Give the head a wobble. Let's see if this fella can do penalty saving. No, and he's a big boy. And it was Hudson Stonebridge of the 1950s. So that's gone well. Cool. There you get berated for that. We're back to, yeah, we are back to the wants to show you something bollocks. It's like he's trying to speedrun getting the Jack Veal account banned from every stream. Because he doesn't understand how to behave like an intelligent human being. What's really funny is he shouldn't even be able to see I'm live, because I've got him blocked. So he shouldn't have any idea that I'm live. So like he's making a specific effort to look to see if I'm live before he does that. Solly Highcock is quite the name. Right, let's fix this, I suppose, somehow. Right, Ali off for Silvio Luis. Wilson, you are shocking, mate. So you've probably played your last game for me. Because if you beg me for football, and I'm nice enough to give you a game, I expect you to actually put the shift in. Oh, I've got to not do all those... balls. Alright, let's start with the worst. Right. Farmer off because he's not been good enough. Vogel off. Ali off. We are going to have to take O'Neill off. And then it's going to be Wilson for Renato Enrique. Yeah, I do wonder who he's going to try that with next. I'm sure it'll be someone fun. See if I can work out who the next one gets told or something to show him is. Do we think it'll be TJ, Jeb, or Rich? I was almost certain he hasn't got Rich or Jeb in yet. I think he tried it with TJ once, and one of TJ's mods came by. I was like, "What is it?" I was like, "What about?" Unless it was TJ and Sai. I know he tried it with Sai. Sam Carter 03. How have you figured that out? How have you done that wizardry? So season 4-1 and 6-1 might have a fun time in Norway second. Fair. Went to Tactics channel and checked his chat. He must have changed his account name. Because that was not showing in... or showing when I looked. He must have changed his thing name. I don't either. I don't know how you pull that off either. Is this within your sphere of knowledge, Kit? Oh, he's just closed his account. He's closed his account the second you put it in chat. Outstanding. The hilarity. You can't find his account because it doesn't exist. He's just deleted the entire account. It is breathtakingly ridiculous. But yeah, if there's a secret to doing that, I would assume Kit will have found it by now. Actually, no, Benny's done it before. I'll ask Benny. Benny will know. Benny's in Discord, isn't he? Sure, I got Benny on Discord. I know I've got Benny on Discord. I just can't bloody find him because I've got everybody on Discord now. Benny, there's Benny's channel. That's a start. That's a start. There we go. Ask Benny. Oh, Benny will know the answer because Benny always has the answers. That's just what Benny do. He knows Twitch. He'll know the answer. Right. Did Man U sack their manager? I'm going to say probably not. I'm going to boldly say they didn't sack their gaffer. He's probably going to stay in a job for a while. Because it's not even a want to leave. It's just I don't think I can keep this team up. Yeah, he's definitely secured his job with a 6-0. Some big clubs in there, but nothing of dramatic importance. What's really funny is that when I got Supermarine promoted to the Premier League, which isn't a spoiler anymore, thank fuck, I got offers from like every club in the WSL. Every club in the WSL offered me the manager's job. It was insane. I was turning down like 3 or 4 a week after promotion. It took forever to get through that summer transfer window because they just all kept offering me a job. And I was like, how are you possibly getting through managers this fast? It didn't make any sense. Heads up about Taylor. I think you should be pretty happy being a squad player. Thanks, bud. Pleasure doing business with you. pleasure doing business with you, pal. Lovely. Could we have Southampton up next and smash them, please? Could we have Southampton up next and smash them, please? Twelfth in the Championship, Southampton. Good. Move it. Let's just get through to that. Get through to that and we'll be fine. Fernie Fandinho is a cracking name. Big fan. Big fan of that as a name. Oh, Hackney's gone. Bye. Bye. That's a bit more cash we've got to spend. Looks like Pep's leaving the city this season. Sad times. I don't really have any particular feelings on the matter. I think it's it really annoys me. We have to pretend he's the greatest manager of all time just because he bought some trophies. I've never seen any evidence of him being the greatest manager of all time. He just happens to be the best at spending lots and lots of money. Dare say, I could probably achieve the same thing he did if you put me in charge of a top-flight football club and gave me billions of pounds to spend. Like, he's won a lot of trophies. Has he earned any of them? Arguably not. Like, why don't you won La Liga with the greatest Barcelona side of all time, followed by the Bundesliga with the greatest Bayern side of all time. And then you took the best players from both, and coaches and other staff members from both of those teams to Manchester City, and you did it again, plus Haaland. I'm just thinking out loud. You know, uncontroversially. Louis Ray is 32, which means it's time to move Louis Ray on. Yep, that's how that works. I might have to sell the Messiah. I don't like it. I don't like it any more than any of you do, but there is a possibility I have to sell him. I'd very much like Conor Cassett to go as soon as possible too. There's got to be someone that'll offer me real money for him. Someone must need an awful striker. I sold that so well. Blair, could you just go? Would that be okay if you just left? Seriously, just leave. I still think El Mutairi is a better goalkeeper than Jamil, which is crazy because he's not. I can play him in the cup, I guess, because it doesn't matter. We'll give Taylor a chance again in this one. Oh, I thought, no, it wasn't who I was looking for, was it? I was looking for... We'll give Wilson a chance. That's what I was thinking. We'll give Wilson another chance just to see if he can do anything today. There's no one there covering defensive mid. No, oh there is, Naeem. I'll drop Naeem for Sambo. No, we'll leave him. We'll drop Enrique for Sambo. Yeah. No, Jack Carbone. Jack Carbone on the bench. That's a good shout. Right. Do I like this team? Am I happy with this team? Yeah. Grabinski at right back is a shout. I might actually loan out Shaheen. Now I've got 4 right backs. We'll see if Journeyman. Sorry, I've just seen that. Yes, we are in the Premier League and it's going poorly. But we've got some respite because we've got to play the League Cup against Southampton of the Championship. And hopefully we can get a win because God knows we need one. Desperately need one. Right, I'm going to leave you guys in charge. I'll be back in just a second because I need to find a drink. Right, apologies that we are back. Charlie, you've appeared in YouTube. Please don't ban me. I'll watch your stream, talk to you, love your streams, very fun, a bit happy, mess about, and sorry about that. Please accept this. I mean, it's not so much the messing about that's the problem, because we all mess about a little bit. It's more the strangeness of the messing around, like the going to other streamers and being like, "Hey, this is to show you." It's not really the one. Right, you weren't good enough apparently, and you guys are not good enough, and you guys need to get better. It's the reason you thought you're still here wasn't like it's true. That's true. That is true. Every cloud has a silver lining. It's true, you did. You did. Charlie, I understand that. It's just, it's not the way of helping to get viewers, because it just disrupts other people's streams. Like, I have had to apologise to so many other streamers because of it. Fifth round combat troubles on the way back and a lot worse. Jesus. We don't need that. Like, I appreciate the help in getting viewers, but also, yeah, there are ways of doing it, and like, I don't need to spend time apologising to people in the community. So, friends in Lone Road found us getting bad petrol bombs and car bombs today. Jesus Christ! And all over some magic fucking sky fairy. I know that'll really offend people that I say that, but I say that as someone who was raised fucking Catholic. Like, it's a magic fucking sky fairy. Grow the fuck up. You know? Like, I don't. As someone who has read the Bible, I don't remember the bit about petrol bombing and car bombing people who didn't believe the same way as you do. I don't remember seeing that in the fucking book. And yeah, it probably has lost sight of that. It's just, it's really stupid. It's really daft. We've also just gone out of the fucking cup against bloody Southampton. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I obviously I'm fully versed on the whole history of the thing. I fully understand the whole history of the thing, but I don't see what we gain from Irish people blowing each other up. I just don't see it. I don't see what we get from that. Like, it wasn't successful the first time. Seagull 23, 19, 20, yet she became more and more promiscuous. She recalled the days of her youth when she was a prostitute in Egypt. There she lusted after lovers whose genitals were like those of donkeys and whose emission was like that of horses. Exactly. Ooh. Well, Hindo's wanted for loan. Wasn't really where I envisioned the move, but I was thinking, like, yeah, those clubs. I'll be honest, I was thinking more those levels of clubs, not whatever the fuck Black Stars are. But you know what? We'll try it out. Well, the only Bible verse you know. That, of course, in Ezekiel 25:17, the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the forces of evil. And indeed, John 11:17. My favourite all-purpose Bible quote. I can't believe we've got into Bible verses now. My favourite all-purpose Bible quote is the most important one to use on every religious bigot in the world. Matthew 7:1. Judge not lest ye be judged. It literally says, if you're a prick to people, you go to hell. Straight there in the Bible. Really fucking simple. You go, see, you've kept some of it up there. And indeed, I shall strike thee down with holy vengeance. Look at me dropping the Jesus. Louis, the issue was raised to me outside of working hours. Gary, it's 1:45. Where have you been? What do you mean this was raised to you outside of working hours, and you're telling me at 1:15 in the or 1:45 in the afternoon? Are you late to work, Gary? Is what you're telling me here you are late to work? 'Cause I think that's a bigger issue than this fella being sad he was put on the transfer list. I'll be honest. Love they're telling you cheat, don't wear car, don't get it. Must have been really, really shite being Christian back in the days. Yeah, it's true. Don't wear mixed fabrics. Like, just saying, ain't nobody told that to Gianni Versace. Clearly, Jesus was not a fashion icon. That's probably put me in a fiery pit somewhere. Those mentals are incredible for a 19-year-old. It's a shame he can't do anything else. I do think, though, we might switch back to the 4-2-3-1, because that's definitely proven a little bit more stable for the Prem. Ecclesiastes 1:18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. We have a modern version, ignorance is bliss. Yep, we do. Grossly gay KP Harris went up to a Catholic school and he said they tried to beat the gay out of me, but all they did was turn me on. It's true. See how I know? This is why, and I can't believe I'm about to say these words live on stream, but apparently we're on this route now. If you ever want to get your dick sucked properly, find a Catholic boy. Not an underage one, like a fully grown, someone who grew up Catholic, trust. Just saying, the training started early. Practice makes perfect. That was dark. That was not good. Squad, shut the fuck up. He's old as shit. Fucking hell. I'm going to sell in half this squad. That's true. It's true. Yeah. Man's growing up in the Orange Order on Protestant's family both sides. I really about how a fucking Catholic is like an addiction. Yeah. Never been in a relationship with a Protestant. Neither have I, funnily enough. Not because of any religious reason, just because of random chance. I didn't give it any real thought. I didn't really consider myself Catholic anymore. I'm just kind of someone who went through it. Like a victim, I guess. It's true. That was literally something I'd never given any thought until you mentioned it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's weird. So as a renounced Protestant, fair enough. Do you know what? That's fair. That's fair. See, I never really renounced religion. I remember us being taught RE at school, and my RE teacher was trying to explain some Bible bullshit to me. He's still a preacher. I still see him around Swindon now, funny enough, because he's a travelling preacher. And he was trying to tell me about something somewhere in the Bible, and I just stood up and walked out. I was like, "Why are you doing?" I was like, "Because that is clearly bollocks." And he wrote the stories of the Norse gods. Makes you think, yeah. Yeah. I just chucked my daughter a few issues of Cosmo and let her figure it out for herself. Like, I'm not a teacher. I mean, I literally was a teacher. That's probably not a great sign, is it? Anyway, I wasn't good at teaching, so there's that. Norse gods remain the arseholes. To be fair though, Simon, most people have that tendency too. So I guess it really is quite helpful to learn that growing up. And obviously all of present company accepted, but I tend to find trying to find I meet more arseholes than I'd like. I went shopping earlier, and there was this woman properly going off in Tesco because she couldn't find something. She's like, "Oh, why don't you sell it here? It's sold in the big Tesco." I'm like, we're in a Tesco local, mind. She's like, "It's in the big Tesco up the road. Why don't you have it?" And I was just the entire time thinking, because this shop is like a 15th of the size of the one you usually find it in, and you're probably asking for something so fucking obscure. I suspect that's why you can't find it. Loki's never been an arsehole. Loki's lovely. John about. Loki's a lovely fella. Looks after homeless animals and shit. He's a good guy. Oh, it's like Loki the god. Yeah. But to be fair, I was never a fan of the Thor movies anyway, so really it's all semantics, isn't it? Love looking at Chris Hemsworth. Can't really be fucked with the films. I'm largely inclined to agree. I am quite a big fan of Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch and Black Widow. Oh, mate, it's definitely been done. I'm sure I've seen one, actually. I'm sure I've seen a Jesus superhero movie. So sure I've seen one. Like, not made by a believer, obviously. Yeah. I can't help you with the casting decisions. It's a little out of my pay grade, but I don't disagree. He really doesn't want me to play Jamil. Why doesn't he want me to play Jamil? Okay, explain to me why Jamil is rated as the better goalkeeper then, if Al Mutairi is better. Maybe we send Ala Jamil out on loan this season. Interesting. This Christianity this year is not portray the equivalent Adam and Eve are Asker and Imbia. First man and woman fashioned by the gods from two pieces of driftwood. Adam and Eve, yeah? Also, you know sometimes you'll be in a supermarket and you'll see something that catches your eye as you walk around. And your brain has that moment of like, this is either going to be disgusting or the greatest thing I ever eat. And you're never quite sure which it'll be. So I'm in Iceland earlier. And they've got, like, I quite like, just to keep in the freezer, I quite like a crispy chickeny thing, right? You know, like fucking chicken tenders or whatever, right? And they've got chicken and mushroom pot noodle coated chicken tenders. And I looked at that and went, either that's fucking brilliant or it's going to make me exorcist vomit, and I'm not sure which. Anyway, grabbed some, because why wouldn't you? And they're fucking incredible. They are fucking outstanding. And I don't know who the genius was that came up with that, but I'd like them to have my babies. Because they're far too smart. Odin did give his left eye for wisdom. Like, they shouldn't be good. They shouldn't be good, but somehow they're so good. No, there is no reason they should be good. Like, it was mostly an I picked those up so I could say I tried them. I thought it would be a cool story. And then I had some for dinner and I was like, do you know what? These are actually fucking banging. So I feel pretty good about them now. Actually do feel pretty good. That's it. There's no reason they should be good. But I like chicken, and I do occasionally quite like a chicken and mushroom pot noodle. So I don't know why my brain went, they shouldn't be good. But god damn. God damn, they're good. Can I take the actual noodle packet of the pot noodle? You mean like the Lost the Pot ones? Like the ones that are just essentially expensive super noodles? Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. The ones that are essentially just pot noodle branded super noodles. From back in there. Ooh. So we're saying combine those with the pot noodle chicken things and we're on to a winner. Is that what we're saying? I shall investigate with my mouth. Not right now. Or in quite so weird a fashion. But I will investigate that, because that does sound good. Oh. I shall add that to the recommendation one. Undoubtedly, when I recommend that to my sister, because Cassie fucking loves a super noodle and she loves a crunchy chicken thing. And as I was eating these, I was like, Cassie would love these, but she pretends she was too classy to be eating them. Indeed. B&M hot and spicy chicken fillets with a Bombay bad boy. I mean, I'm assuming a Bombay bad boy isn't something I'll find on Tinder, but really, guys, this again. At the same time, I don't know. Because something's twisted in the universe. Something is twisted in the universe. Could we please not be shit for once? How have we won the championship and been this bad? How has that happened? Oh, do it. I'm expecting either immense things or the most I've been at work all day, I couldn't be fucked chef dinner ever. I feel like it's going to be either one or the other. Like, I don't think people who've never been chefs don't understand the whole, like, just how real the I've been cooking all day, I can't be fucked is. I have legitimately come home from a shift in a kitchen and just sat and eaten a packet of crackers for dinner because I couldn't be fucked. I've literally just sat there in front of the TV just scoffing a packet of cream crackers. Well, that's the thing. We do make good dinners. Just for every fucker else. Oh mate, I've definitely been a box of Ritz and 12 packs of crisps. Time, yep. Fair enough, Simon. Have a good night, mate. Always lovely to see you. Done the whole packet of custard creams, absolutely. Let's have a look. We will do, thank you, mate. Char sweet pork fried rice 24-hour marinade, mate. Whew. Oh, that's the one. That's the kitten. Munching the custard crisps are Peruvian local Chinese style on Just Eat. Yep, been there. You know, the thing when you get in and you you've just finished a shift and you really, really want a takeaway. So you sit there on Just Eat and you flick through, you're like, oh, I really want this. You can't find anything. And because you're so fucking tired, but your brain hasn't caught up with how tired you are yet, you can't work out why you can't find anything on Just Eat, and it's because everything's fucking shut. That's the chef experience people don't get. Because your brain has forgotten to tell you that it's been such a long night you got out of the kitchen at like fucking 1 a.m. and everything is shut. That's the chef experience that people just will never properly appreciate. A number of times I was working with a chef, and my friend was like, "Oh, can you recommend like a decent takeaway? Do you know there's decent food?" And I'm like, "I have no fucking idea because it's shut by the time I'm done working." And I'll get 4 days off a year, and I have not a fucking Scooby. Brine in Chinese rice wine, garlic, rice wine, ginger, garlic, salt, and MSG for 24 hours. Marinate a secret char sweet marinade will die with for 24 hours. Pan fried extremely high heat till 75% cooked. Left to rest and residual cook. Fry off veg. Add marinade to pan. Add in some of the brine. Toss the meat in the rice flour. Add back to the pan to thicken sauce. Yes. Yes. Just yes. Honestly, you could swap exactly those words in for a marriage proposal and it would have a way better effect on anyone. Because that's better than anything. That's not fucking hard. Especially on injection day. Jesus Christ. It's way too much information. Jesus Christ, though. That's way too much information. That's learning for the interwebs, not for streams. Wait, that sounded worse than... You know what I mean. If you have further questions, ask Google. Oh, Hindo. Oh, mate. I definitely can't get hold of it in pill form. Mate, it's fucking... So, because the NHS, especially in England, are fucking awful. So I've been on the waiting list for the clinic in London now for at least 5 years. And I'm probably no closer to actually getting an appointment. So I buy all mine off the internet. And I buy it from a lovely lady in France. She's a chemist. And she ships it over in these little bottles that, like, I'll dig the picture on my phone. I'll send them over to you at some point. They come they come from this chemist in France. And it's fucking clever because she sends it packaged as a perfume bottle. Because nobody at customs would ever think twice about perfume coming in from France. But that costs me €50 for an 18-month supply. Oh, mate, it really is. It really is. Well, I live in Swindon, so I can pretty much just talk to anyone and get it. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. If you want, mate, next time it comes up, get Rose to message me, and I'll see where she's getting it from. If my lass is cheaper, I'll hook her up. Cheers, bud. I mean, I probably don't hear it enough, but also I do sometimes feel like I'm not doing enough. Cheers, bud. Love you too, man. I do occasionally have the moments where I realise like I'm not doing enough. Like I don't put nearly enough effort into the voice training because it's really fucking hard. It really hurts, and especially when you consider like I have acting training. I can do silly fucking voices all over the place. But like trying to perfect like a femme voice is fucking awful. It's so hard. It really hurts. The number of times I've put in a full day of practice on it, and I've just ended up fucking crying at the end of it because I've been in such pain. Like my throat's on fire. It's not about pitch. It's about resonance. So like, it's a weird thing to talk about on stream, but you know what? We're in the weeds now, so let's do it. So in your head, doing like a femme voice is just about it being a higher pitch. So it's about being a bit more like, this is what you think it is in your head, right? This is what you think it should be in your head because that's what... But obviously it doesn't sound femme at all. It just sounds like Mickey Mouse getting fucking slapped, right? So you have this thing where like, you clear the space at the back of your throat and you push your larynx up and it makes your tone softer. So the way they teach you to do it is, I'm going to fuck this up now. I'm going to fuck this up live on stream, but you know what? We're here now, and frankly, if anyone has a problem with this, I know full well Heiner's going to tell you to fuck off, you cunt. So it's all going to work out well. Hang on. So you're supposed to do like a hair and hold that, and it should come out sounding a little bit more feminine, but it never really quite works out for me because I can't really project it very well. But anyway, that's what it's trying to do. But again, that was not me particularly pushing it. I'm pretty comfortable talking about it to anyone, to be honest, but it does help that I know, A, you're not going to be a dick about it, and B, if someone else is a dick about it, you're probably going to deal with them. Don't know how they do it. Femboys and trans out of here can do some of the best femboys I've heard. It's true. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not like... No, but the thing is, like, so the bit is, it's supposed to train you so that you can turn where that should be into muscle memory. So the idea is that eventually you get to a point where either that's just where it lives, or, let me see if I can find it without it. It's supposed to be somewhere up about here, but, like, cannot imagine how much this hurts because I'm basically holding my Adam's apple at the base of my mouth, like it's there. It really hurts. So if I do that for more than like 10 minutes at a time, fuck me. You like, it's so painful. It's true, they probably are. But yeah, you just like, yeah, that's the thing, right? So, but that's the thing, right? Like, if I hadn't, I think it's one of those things that is good to talk about because, like, if I hadn't, I think it's one of those things. Like, if I hadn't mentioned it, if I hadn't said how you do that, you wouldn't have tried it. Then you wouldn't have had that like understanding of like, there are people who are genuinely doing that all day, every day, and God love them, but it hurts. And like if I was to try and do whole videos or whole streams like that, I think I'd probably just make myself, like, I couldn't do a 2 or 3 hour stream like that because I wouldn't be able to talk for a week afterwards. Yeah, it's true. Like talking, risky, making things more normal. It's fair. When your mate Ryan had ball cancer, exactly. But when I says balls were heavy, itchy, I said might be a cancer. I don't know if I've ever told you this story, Hondo. So my friend Sean was at a pub one night. And you get on with Sean like a house on fire, because very similar sense of humour to us. So Sean's a few pints deep. When I say a few pints, he's several pints deep. I'm Dota. I don't think I do. So Sean's a few pints deep, and this woman comes round, and she's selling raffle tickets, right? As happens in pubs, she's going around selling raffle tickets. I shall check her out. Yeah, so this lass is going around selling raffle tickets, and he just casually says to her, you know, so what's? Oh, I do know her. Yeah, I do. I'm already following her, just because she's usually doing Pokemon. I don't notice. Yeah. So walking around doing raffle tickets, she says to her like, "Oh, so what's it for, right?" And she goes, "Oh, it's for breast cancer." And he looks at her, doesn't even think, goes, "That's a shit prize." And then immediately feels so guilty he bought the rest of the book of raffle tickets off of her. Like, as soon as he said it, it sunk in. He was like, just take some money. One of the funniest things, just one of the funniest stories I have. And it shouldn't be funny, but you can't help laughing. Ironically, he was also on the X Factor. He didn't. I think he came second on the X Factor when he won it. Before he and I met, I think he lost to the Bin Man fella. I've got to look that up now. It's in my brain. You know when things are in your brain. Huh. Let's have a look. It's Camp Christmas Fair. Sass, thank you for continuing the gift sub. Much appreciated. Welcome in. Or welcome back, I should say. Harrison's first over was gay. I felt like, oh my god, you know, it's Campus Christmas. It's fair. But thank you, Sass. Welcome in. Sorry, I was just in a rabbit hole for a second, because I was just talking about a friend of mine who was on. It was the X Factor. That was the one. It is a weird time. But yeah, we were just discussing voice training, which Heindo has now discovered fucking sucks. And yeah, I mean, so there's a sub from Jason. So it was 2 weeks ago. I was only on about 7 or 8 when Jason dropped all of those gift subs. So it must be one of the first few that came out. Must have been one of the first few that came out. It's not coming up. It's not coming up. First 10 to get a founder's badge. You do. It's true. Catholicism, Norse gods, gays, voice training. That's pretty much summed it up. But yeah, the founder's badge. Always lovely to have one. They are rare. And the troubles. Yeah, we did touch on the troubles, which took us down a whole rabbit hole. But it was fine. Rory McAllister, indeed. Who got fired because his, holy autism. Yeah, Rory McAllister, who got fired because his brother was, or his cousin, sorry, was dumb enough to get caught where he shouldn't be. Do you know what? It's probably better if we don't know. If you just don't follow, it's odd. Yeah. I mean, you must have been following at some stage to get gifted a sub, I thought. But there we go. Lesson learned and all that shit, you know. But it's always good to have you around. Ah, fair enough. See, this is how little I know about Twitch. Oh, hang on, it wants me to plug my mouse back in. That's probably a fair shout, to be honest. Fair. I didn't realise Jason had gifted enough subs. That Jason and Simon had gifted enough subs between them that it started to get onto followers, to just people who randomly be in. There we go. It's fine. Right, we're back. We've got the mouse back. Right. Last day of the transfer window. This is probably a time I should look at what's available to jump ship, just in case they really are in a hurry. Because this Millwall team has... You cried myself and get 250 subs. Jesus. I wouldn't even know how to set up a subathon, I'll be honest. Evening, Mariners. Welcome in. If you are not already following the most beautiful Mariners, please go rectify that. Mariners is an incredibly talented writer. Had the pleasure of experiencing 2 of their pieces the other night, and truly incredible work. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're in any way supporter of the arts, go give Mariners some support, because you will see some stuff that's pretty special. Hindo, do it, mate. Do it. Never thought my football direction would want to get me paid. Fuck you, all my teacher said it was a waste of... Exactly. Transfer window. Mariners. Well, basically, I've signed a lot of players. My thinking was, because I was only given like 24 million or something really shit. My thinking was essentially we should just get some players with good Premier League experience that we can find who have decent performances in recent years in the Premier League. Anyway, this is how it's going. We're currently 18th after 4 games, and it's not really blending yet. But we're early days. Maybe it will come together. I've just changed tactics, so maybe that will help. Football manager than your shitty fucking Pythagorean technology. Triangles are important in football, it's true. Let's go quadratic a quick, sure. Yeah, Hindo, get back into writing, mate. Do it. Even if it's not great when you start getting back into it, which I think is the thing that puts people off, is that like it's like a muscle, right? You have to train it. So if you've not written for a while, it will suck. Like, I currently have a screenplay on the back burner for once I've finished this book and possibly the next book. And I've written the first couple of pages, and I can see that it's not good. But I know the story works. But I can see the writing's not good because I've not written a screenplay in a while. Because I've been focusing on novels. But I know that I can write screenplays because people have paid me to teach them how to write screenplays. So I know I have that skill in the box somewhere. Yeah, let's book when you're 18. Man Behind the Wire, World War II story, pilot over Berlin. I want to do a story based on mythology. Do it. Who? I forgot I'd asked about this guy, but sure. Completely forgot about Alberto Pagliara. I don't know a story about a guy becoming a football manager based on him playing Football Manager. I have done. I have thought about it. I just haven't had that save that inspired me yet. Like, I have got him still will. Oh, Mariner's on a 5 streak. Beautiful. So I had this idea in my head, and it's like, it's in my big, like, Word document of ideas. I'd really like to write a fictional autobiography of a football manager. But I've also thought about doing it as a visual novel. Yeah. Like, I've thought about doing it as a visual novel. That's been in my head. But in order to do that, I'd have to buy some kind of tablet to do the drawing on. Because I don't think it will translate well if I just do the artwork on paper. FM19 was one for the ages. Fair. We'll have a look at James Davidson because he doesn't need registered. I suppose. We'll have a look. I still feel that in my throat. Oh. Feels like someone tried to choke me. See the Havertz tackle? I didn't. Was it awful? I mean, I suppose if you're asking about it, it probably was awful. Munster, Dordrecht, Kiermaister, Gladbach, Copenhagen, Roma, Rangers, Napoli, Lyon, Hamilton. 41 seasons. Let's have a look, because it looks like someone's YouTubed it. 18 Champions Leagues. Lyon Hamilton is the natural progression. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Like, it's a proper 80s tackle, like, don't get me wrong. But Jesus. A professional footballer trying that is crazy. You do get a lot of players who get brought up from non-league and don't get given a fair shake. Swindon currently have one. In Jake Tabor. Like, if you... I mean... Mikael Miller. Yeah, so we signed this lad last season. Yeah, Jake Tabor, 107 goals in 72 games for Amersham Town, right? 107 goals in 72 games. Before that, he had 28 goals in 20 games for Rayners Lane. Right, so he's pretty prolific. We signed him up. I don't know what we paid for him, but we signed him up. And just didn't bother giving him a run out. And now people are like, oh, he's crap. Well, he hasn't had a chance to play for us. I went to Mills after still his number. He likes his steak well done. Eat it with ketchup. Jesus. Bard. But then again, I it's true, you can't buy class. I used to work I used to work at a pub where our manager would crap me every time I did this. If someone came and ordered a steak well done, he'd just throw them out immediately. He would literally just immediately ask them to leave if they asked for their steak well done. Just the idea of that disgusted him so much that he would ask the guy to leave. Tactico, welcome in. How are we, birds? Need to get my laptop fixed and I'll play this Journeyman again. Do it. Welcome in, Tactico and Tacticians. Hope you are all well. I will re-shout out Tactico, having just raided for those who, for whatever reason, aren't following the future legend of Football Manager. Welcome in, everybody. So we are on a journey in this one, and we've been with Millwall now for a year and a half, or just over a year and a half. We got promoted to Premier League last year. On the last day on goal difference, we won the league. And now we're slowly getting shellacked, to be honest. We're just getting slightly murdered. Multiple times you have no affiliation to Celtic. It's the curse of being an Irishman. Ah, so you're a Celtic fan, are you? Like, no. Irish people come in multiple flavours, not just Celtic fans. Some are Liverpool fans, and some are Manchester United fans, and like 5 of them are Leeds fans. Like, it's just how it goes. It's very true. I did want this guy. I didn't realise he was actually financially available. It can't hurt to just bring in an extra player. Had a transfer window. Oh, mate, I always do mine off stream. I was wearing a Stella cap when the cat was backwards. That's just Scottish heritage, mate. You've made a mistake. Who was she? I mean, what was it? To be fair, though, the worst thing is that when you finally make like the biggest of mistakes, you don't actually find out how big a mistake it was till about 9 months later. That's the one. Starting network stay with a mate, beat his Rex inside of Sheffield Wednesday, not happy. Tristan Dales has joined. Good. I have no idea how the fuck I'm going to get him into this squad. I don't know why I signed that guy. I don't have room for him on my squad. And I don't have anyone I want to get rid of. I've made an error. That's it. I tend not to do them on stream. I will do them afterwards, and then no women involved. We know that's not true. We've seen you. We've seen you, pal. We know there are many women involved. Queues round the block. We know. We've seen it. Let's not pretend otherwise. It could be many men. It probably is both. Just because they're interested doesn't mean you have to take them, you know? Unless you're a slag like me, in which case, go for it, like. Still a rookie. Yeah, Tactical, honestly, like, I always recommend doing off stream. I mean, there will be people who try and say, like, you've cheated, but realistically, first of all, Football Manager is a one-player game, so shut the fuck up. And second of all, I mean that nicely, but it's a one-player game. Like, get over it. But also, why? What's the value in cheating? Like, oh yeah, for sure. But like, you will get to the point where you have people who care. So it's just good to get that kind of mentality now. Of when you get there, and I've told you before, you will get there. Like you've got fucking huge potential as a streamer. Like, I can definitely see a day coming where you are full time, and I'm sure Hinder would agree with me on that. And you will get people who will kneel you for every little stupid piece of shit, and you just have to get in the habit early of just not giving a fuck. Honestly, you just have to get into the habit of just not giving a fuck. Where, like, people who are essentially trying to accuse you of cheating at a game where you are literally only playing against yourself. But yeah, save yourself the heartache, mate. Do the transfer window off stream. Honestly, you'll feel 1,000% better for it. Because you'll have more fun on stream because you've got more to do than just sit there talking bollocks. And while you're quite good at sitting there talking bollocks, it's not fun. It feels like you're at work in an office or some shit. If you're just doing a transfer window on stream. So you say you don't care, but we'd all love this to be 100% of our living. I mean, I say that. I'd much rather my book was 100%, like my writing was 100% of my living, and this was a fun thing I did on the side. But you can't have it all. Talking of which, everyone should buy my book and also beat up anyone they know who hasn't already bought the book until they buy it, obviously. I mean, don't beat up the people you like, but like if there's some prick you've wanted to give a slapping around already, tell him to buy my book while you're doing it. You know? I think it's just good manners. Yeah, see, and this is a thing you can only learn through doing it, really, mate, is it will feel like a chore. Like, it will grind you down. The thing, like, and especially because you're new as well, you don't want to have too many grindy streams when you're starting out, because at that stage you do start to think like, oh, why do I even fucking bother? Like, the first handful of streams I did way back in the day, and like you can look at my stream history online, I did like 2 or 3 on Twitch sporadically, and I was obviously always starting a new save, and it was just me doing like that early save admin, and it was such a fucking grind. It was such a grind that I was not having fun. Like, yeah, do that shit offline, mate. Just do it off stream. You will have more fun on stream if you get the admin bullshit done away from it, basically, is what I'm saying. And like, you can ask 100 FM streamers and we'll all tell you the same thing. It's very, very few streamers who do Windows Live. And the ones that do just have good chat. Like, I know Llama occasionally does his live, Kev does his live, Matt, Second Yellow Card, does his live. I think Zealand does his live as well. But like, they've got the chat to carry it, and like, they've got thousands of people asking them questions and shit all the time. So it works, but it doesn't work when you're starting out. It's just not. It's not a good use of your time, and it's not good value entertainment wise. Transfer on FM take 4 hours, get the first game of the season, get battered for us. Graham, yeah, exactly. more or less what happened here, actually. Second year Cardi's class. Big fan of Matt. Quite often sit and watch Matt while I eat my breakfast. I started the Schalke save before streaming. Yeah. That's it. But like you will find, like when you come to start a new save and you start doing that on stream, like it will feel like the longest stream of your life. Which I know doesn't make it terribly appealing to do it, but like it's one of those things I wish someone had told me before I started doing it, you know? Like it will just feel like the longest stream of your life. Because people will come in and they'll be like, oh, what's the stream? What's the blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, I've just got here. I've got nothing to tell you. I can't really sell you on a story that's happened. It's just happening. Yeah, it's one of those that has to be done. It is the hardest part of a new save. It is the hardest part of a new save. Genuinely. And I say this as someone who probably starts 50, 60 saves a year. And it's the worst part of content creation. It's the bit about content creation I hate the most. Like, I was chatting to Kempy when the news about the international stuff came out earlier. And like one thing we agreed on was like, aside from the fact the new update looks like it's going to be fantastic, the fact that I can now click a button and go straight into the start of the World Cup tournament as a content creator is fucking incredible. It's the greatest gift that SI could ever have given me. Because usually if I was doing like, oh, I'm going to sim the World Cup and we'll see who wins the World Cup kind of video, I've got to sim an entire season first. It's such a waste of my life. Oh, give Miles a bonus. Just let him keep his job. But, yeah. Well, it's just little things, like not having to do all that grind. Amazing. And like, yeah, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad it's going to be a thing. Talking of which, by the way, if anyone wants to see my slow descent into madness starting on the 26th, so about a week today, I am intending to do a video, in fact do 47 videos, where I manage every playable nation in the World Cup mod to see if I can win the World Cup with them. And if you click on the pinned comment, the link up there, you can suggest which team I do first. I can't guarantee I'll win it, but I'll give it a bloody good go. I will give it a road test. But yeah, I'm planning on doing all 47 playable nations as videos between now and the end of the World Cup. Or between the release and the end of the World Cup. And I want to see how many World Cups I can win doing it. It's true, you can't. I don't make the rules. I didn't fail to qualify them. The article where I mentioned how absolutely mental it is they've qualified given the population. Yeah. Exactly. It's insane. But thank you for following, Petrus. Welcome in. Reckon Uzbekistan will be cinema at the World Cup? You never know. I do wonder, actually. The thing with the World Cup that I think will make all the difference. I said, yeah, I think will make the difference with the World Cup. Aside from the fact there are now 48 nations in it, so frankly, if Scotland don't get to the knockouts, then someone does deserve to be set on fire. Is that there's quite a lot of the smaller teams that have quite a big international diaspora that could... No worries, Tactico, mate. Have a good one. Thank you for raiding in. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Yeah, there are so many nations with a big international diaspora who could just pluck like a young worldie out of nowhere. I say a world, you know what I mean? They could pluck a player or two way better than you expect them to have out of nowhere and really set the World Cup on fire. Like, you think how many Haitian players or Haitian diaspora there must be playing in the US or in France. There's no way they don't scrape out a quality player in there somewhere. Curacao, so much Curaçaoan diaspora in the Netherlands. They've got to have a few quality players around. New Zealand, how many fucking Kiwis do you meet in England? There must be loads of them. Cape Verde have the same thing with Portugal. Senegal have the opposite because all of their best players play for France, which is ironic because they're in the same group. There's a few there. Ben Stokes might be from New Zealand. I don't know. I don't follow rugby. Crazy how bad India and China are football. It's not that crazy. Obviously, India is all about cricket anyway. And China tried, and ironically, that was about the time their population got really, really interested in basketball. And they've got quite a few really good basketball players now. So that's probably why. What was I doing on this screen? I don't know what I was doing on this screen at all. It doesn't matter. I'm assuming Ben Stokes is a rugby player. He's probably a cricketer. I've never heard of him, I'll be honest. No idea who Ben Stokes is. If he is a cricketer, I should point out I pretty much only ever put cricket on when I'm struggling to sleep. Although, I did go and watch a game in the 100. I watched England play Australia in the 100 at Cardiff. I don't know where the fuck it was in Cardiff, because that's in neither England or Australia. But I went and watched them play in the 100, and it was actually quite enjoyable. So maybe it's just not a good TV sport. Maybe it's like golf or tennis or whatever. It's just a really shit TV sport, but more fun to be around live. And golf's not more fun to be around live. Or play. But you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just a thing where you have to like watch cricket live to enjoy it, because I cannot watch it on TV. Mostly because I cannot listen to Richie Benno for more than 5 seconds without falling asleep. I think he's dead now, so that's probably not a problem anymore. But I remember Richie Benno being the cricket commentator when I was a kid, and that fella could send me to sleep faster than any anaesthetist you've ever encountered. Which was cracking when I had young'uns that were young'uns. Sambo no longer aware of being replaced. I mean, he was never in danger of being replaced. He's a substitute. Dodoy. Alright, we didn't find any jobs that were available. Has that situation not really improved? Utrecht isn't really a step up from Millwall in the Premier League. Might be an option if we get sacked, which we're well on course to do, but this also might be the least matches I've played in a single stream. Oh, the Yankees have scored. Good. Love that. Love that for them. I haven't really been paying attention to what Sports Score bot has been posting, but that's fun. It's mostly for you guys rather than for me, I'll be honest. Alright, so the window is closed. Now we've got to do the hard work of getting some points. In fact, I said we've got to do the hard work of getting some points together. We have to win this next game against Brentford because our next 3 games after that are against Newcastle, Spurs and Chelsea. And we could easily concede 15 goals in those matches. I'll be honest, we could very, very easily concede 15 goals in those matches. I'm desperately just hoping to scrape together enough points to stay up. And I'm not entirely convinced it's possible. I heard some talk that Pep was possibly being replaced by Enzo Maresca. Gotta be honest, won't miss him. But I do look forward to us having to pretend that Enzo Maresca's the best manager in the world, like we've been doing with Pep for the last 15 years. Yeah, it was because apparently Enzo Maresca got fired for talking to City. Which I think's a little bit fucking stupid, to be honest. Because I don't know how much talking he did, but like if he's negotiated with City and he's agreed something, then City should have spoken to his club first anyway, so it shouldn't have been a huge fucking surprise. And if it's just a case of someone at City phoned him and said, would you by any chance maybe be interested in taking over from Pep? And your boss comes and goes, hey, have you spoken to City? And you go, yeah, I have actually. Then you're a fucking idiot. Like, no, I saw something on Twitter, but that's as far as it went. Make some shit up, you dozy twat. Get yourself fired for a conversation your bosses don't know happened. It's just basic common sense. I thought I had a sell-on for Gorkim. But apparently I didn't, and that's very disappointing, because I sold him to Charlton for 17... Oh, maybe actually it's because maybe it was a percentage of profit on next sale I had for him. They've taken quite a haircut on what's a very good goalkeeper. If I'd known he was 15 million, I might have had a pop at him myself. Might have had a pop at bringing him back myself. Because he would have been worth every penny. Because his sale paid for the team that got us promoted. Hands down. And then, of course, he also cost us the FA Cup. But that's by the by. It's by the by. Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's all Gucci. All Gucci. I was like, why have I got 2 tabs with me on it? It's because I had Tactic open. That's why I've got 2 tabs with my face on it. That would explain quite a lot. I'll just see what's going on out there in case I decide to randomly do a thing. It's probably better if I observe what's going on elsewhere on my list of peoples. Mariners, are you still lurking? Is Yun doing the podcast thing with Liv tonight? Is that tonight? Sorry, that was really vague, but I know you know what I mean, so I'm going with God. Saturdays. Well, of course it's fucking Monday, isn't it? It's Monday. Good work. Well done, brain. Well, smart. Alright, just thought I'd check. Trying to work out for when it's time who's out there in the world doing what, because there seems to be not many FM people up, so we'll probably raid out to a writer. And I kind of vaguely saw that Yun was up, Liv was up. If you have 1 or 2 features for FM27, what am I adding? I'd like the option to manage youth teams, just to give that more immersive career progression. Oh, Liv's pretty cool. So that'll be on my list. I'd like a dedicated director of football mode. I'd really like. I know it's not realistic. I know it's not a realistic thing, but I can sacrifice a little bit of realism for this in FM. I would really like the option to manage the men's and women's teams of the same club with the same manager profile. Even if it's something people would never, like the vast majority of people who aren't content creators would never use. I think the idea that I could go and be manager of both sides of Chelsea with the same manager, because they play on different days, generally speaking, I think that would be cool. I'd also like them to add more leagues, to be honest. Like, they've shown that they're not required to have licenses to put leagues in games. And we haven't had many new leagues added in the last 12 years. So maybe just added a bunch more leagues for me to play with, so I don't have to download fucking mods for it. You'd have an actual set piece. So that could be interesting. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'd like. I mean, I have been sort of half-assed working on building my own manager game, but when I say half-assed, I have had to learn to code to build it, so it's taking a while. Because my coding knowledge basically was HTML, and I'm having to learn C# as I go. And I've got something like I can see does stuff, but it's nowhere near ready. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Goals, please, goals. Could I have some goals? I'd love some goals, please. If we could score 6 or 7 or 8 or 12. That was a pen, come on. It wasn't. It was nowhere near. Would have been given if I was Celtic, though. Jesus. But it would have been given if I was Celtic. Banks. Sylvia Louise. Powell. So Orrit. To Simon Louise, who doesn't get there because he's tiny. I don't have nearly enough big boys in this team. I think that's why I'm suffering. Sylvia Louise scores a goal. I think I'm suffering because my average player is like 5'9". Like, 2 of my centre halves are 5'11". I do not have any big boys in this team. That's probably going to cost me over the course of the season. But I wasn't really thinking about that when I did my transfers. I was just like, I need experience in the Premier League in the team ASAP. Oh, mate. So, I feel bad for doing it. But I say I feel bad, it was just something I was testing. When I was building this game of mine. To see if it was a thing that would work. And I've actually found a way to use AI to do press conferences where you feel like you're actually having a conversation with a journalist. Now, obviously, I'm aware of all the environmental things, and I didn't really want to get too deep in the weeds. I just want to see if it was possible. But I managed to do it and get it to feed back into the game in a working manner. Like in the way the press conferences and FM should affect things. And obviously, until we get sustainable AI, I wouldn't release it with that in the game. But it did make me think, first of all, Sports Interactive don't have any morals, so that wouldn't bother them. But also, if I can make something like that work, surely to fuck, SI can make something like that work. It must be possible to have some kind of limited, restricted, self-contained LLM built into the game to do the same thing that I was basically back-ending through Gemini. I'm not an expert, obviously. I don't know if you can tell. I know fuck all about what I'm talking about. But it did just make me think, if I can find a way to make that happen, then surely SI, with all their unlimited resources, can. If you say you want to striker in a press conference, surely you should get a message from your main striking player. Yeah, exactly. Or if you say the board don't share it, exactly that. Exactly that. I don't know why these things don't trigger other things. But in the sort of very loosely sketched out game that I've got on the go, I've got all sorts of little stuff that I've already got working in some respect. I've got a fluid global economy, so you can have it simulates inflation, deflation, shifts in the markets with oil, etc, etc, etc. I've got a whole thing running in the background where if you trying to figure out how best to explain this. So when you go to sign a player, if that player has a partner, and I notice the game knows that player has a partner, it knows that she has X job. So say this strike, say you're Real Madrid trying to sign a striker from Arsenal. Just broad example, right? You're Real Madrid trying to sign a striker from Arsenal, who is married to an actress, and they obviously live in London, so she's working in London, right? Now, whilst he might be up for a move to Madrid, she's probably not up for a move to Madrid because it would fuck up her job. So he might say no to the move because it would upset his marriage. So that's in the whole under the hood of the game. Now, I wouldn't expect SI to do that because that's possibly too much realism for them. But it's just little things I've been playing with making work because I think that they make the... I don't know what I've done that for. I just think that makes the ecosystem a bit more interesting. I do agree with the touchline bans, though. We used to have touchline bans in Football Manager. I don't know if we had them in Championship Manager. I don't know if they made it into Football Manager. basically, back in the day, if you criticised the refs too often, the FA, if you were wrong about it, would punish you by giving you touchline bans. So, like, if you kept criticising the referee's decisions and the referee's decisions were more right than wrong, and you were doing this regularly, eventually they'd just ban you for it. And so the next game would basically be you watching from the stands, unable to affect anything. So it has been in the game. I'm sure they'll introduce it as a new feature one day, like they often do. This is a new feature, and it's a feature we had 20 years ago. You forgot about when you made the latest version, but good job. Right, we have done a winning. I cannot believe we've done a winning. Yeah, Sports Interactive are the worst for it. Like, for example, you know how this was a big deal? The in and out of possession. Like, oh, we've got in and out of possession tactics. We had that in Championship Manager 4 about 25 years ago. And it mysteriously disappeared for 2 decades. And they brought it back and it's a new feature. No, it's a feature we liked 2 decades ago that you conveniently remembered when you needed something to win people over. That's what that is. Don't talk shit. Well, anyway, we are in 16th, which might be as high as we go all season. Let's put that into get me to the next match mode. And because it is 12:30, and I'm usually long done by now. Let's go see who is out there that I know who is friendly and lovely and doing something. Let's see what's happening. Jörn is editing with Rebecca. Okay. Alison's playing Rimworld. Do enjoy Alison. But I don't know anything about Rimworld, so that could be weird. Becky Club on Friday. Oh, of course, yeah. Yep, I remember. Yep. I remember. Do you know what? Let's go do a drop-in on someone that I don't know. Well, I don't know. They've just followed us, but so they might be cool. Let's do a drop-in on Petrus the Rock. Right, thanks for being here, guys. Love you all very much. We're going to go and see Petrus. I know nothing about Petrus. I don't even follow Petrus, but they just followed us. So perhaps they're very cool. We'll find out. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Everybody hit the follow button when we get to the raid, just because we should show them some love. They seem like they're fairly new. So, thanks for being here, guys. Love you all very much. Stay safe. Have a good one.